Meka hoe kala. Relokile. Hlokomela ho sebedisa pefo. Etella pele ka mamelo.
Nthuse! Le tla mo tseba e le moshweshwe. Le tla mo tseba e le morena wa setjhaba sa Basotho.
The highlands of southern Africa stretch wide beneath an endless sky. Rolling grasslands ripple in the wind, broken by rivers that carve their way through valleys of stone and soil. In the distance, mountains rise, quiet, ancient. This is the region we now know as Lesotho and parts of the Free State. But in the late 18th century, it is a world bound not by borders, but by kinship and survival. It is here, around the year 1786, near the upper reaches of the Caledon River, in a place remembered as Menkawaneng, that a child is born. But before the child, there is the lineage. His father is Mokachane, a minor chief of the Bamokoteli, a small subgroup of the larger Kwena clan. His mother comes from the Bafokeng, another Sotho-Tswana lineage.
Kholu, morali o antsukunyane. Botle ba hao ha bo bapiswe.
Mokachane, ke thabetse ho ba mona.
Mosadi wa ka e motle. Ke leboha Bafokeng ka ho le fihlisa mafatseng ana a morabe o wa ba Mokoteli. Batho ba o rata. Tsatsi le letle la thabo. Regete ka lenyalo. Tsatsi le letle la thabo. Regete ka lenyalo.
Among Sotho-speaking peoples, the Kwena, the crocodile, are one of the ancient lineages, their identity rooted in migration, adaptation, and resilience across the High Veld.
Mokachane, ha ke utlwe hantle. O ya kae?
Moratuwa wa ka, ke kopa tshwarelo. Ke tlameha ho ya tsoma jwale. Ke tla khutlela ho wena le ngwana.
O tla re ha ngwana le bitso lefe? Ha ke eso tsebe. Empa ke a tseba hore ngwana wa ka o tla ba moholo. Ke utlwa bohloko bo boholo. Nthuse!
Ngwana enwa. Ya bitswang Lepoko.
O hloka ho tsamaya. Ena ke sebaka saka.
O tla etela pele ka pono.
Nthuse!
In this world, marriages are more than personal bonds. They are alliances, threads that weave together fragile networks of cooperation between clans. Mokachane is not a king of vast lands. His authority is local, his following modest, yet within this limited world, he holds responsibility to protect, to provide, to lead.
Balena etebile bana baka. Balena etla le makatsa.
From these two lineages, Kwena and Bafokeng, a child is born. The boy is called Lepoko, a name that whispers of a small stir in the stillness, a hint of disruption yet to come. Even before he takes his first steps, there is a sense that this child will unsettle the world around him, not as a conqueror, but as a binder of people and fate. His early world is defined by rhythm, the movement of cattle across grazing lands, the slow, deliberate pace of life guided by elders and custom. As he comes of age, Lepoko undergoes initiation, the rite that marks his passage into manhood. With it comes a new name, Letlama, the strong one or the binder. It is a name that signals expectation. Strength is not merely physical. It is the ability to hold people together, to command respect, to act with purpose. Now, he must prove himself. It is during these formative years that Lepoko meets Mohlomi, a man whose wisdom commands no armies, but whose words carry the weight of mountains.
Hlokomela ho sebedisa pefo. Etella pele ka mamela. O tla ba le lira tse ngata. Empa hape o tla ba le metswahle e mengata. Ke a leboha moholo mohlomi. Keletso ya hao e lula e ferekanya, empa entle.
Yet even in this stillness, the foundations of leadership are being laid. Mohlomi teaches patience, the importance of counsel, and the subtle art of bringing fragmented groups together. Under his guidance, Lepoko begins to see that strength is not only measured in the size of herds or the clash of spears, but in the bonds of loyalty and trust he can forge among his people. He watches the elders. He listens to disputes settled in council. He observes how authority is exercised, not through domination alone, but through persuasion, negotiation, and the careful balance of relationships. These lessons will matter.
Ntate, hona le meruso e ngata naheng. Re tla etsa jwang? Mora, matlaka a fokola. Ke hloka hore o itukise.
Lepoko, o tla hloka ho tia ngwanaka. Ka baka la batho ba heno.
And then, one moment defines him. In a raid against a rival chief, Letlama leads an assault so precise, so complete, that it becomes the subject of metaphor. The enemy is stripped of cattle as cleanly as a beard shaved by a razor. Nothing left behind. In the aftermath, Letlama does something that will echo far beyond the moment. He composes a litoko, a praise poem, and within it he names himself, Mushweshwe, the razor, the one who scrapes clean. It is a declaration of identity, a signal that he is no longer just a participant in the world around him. He is beginning to shape it. The name spreads across the valleys and hills. But beyond his growing influence, the land itself is beginning to shift. The early 19th century brings mounting pressure across southern Africa. What were once manageable rivalries begin to intensify. Across the region, powerful groups expand, pushing others from their lands. Displaced communities scatter, moving westward and southward in search of safety. These movements trigger further conflict as groups collide in already strained environments. This period will come to be known as the Lifakane, a time of crushing upheaval. Entire chiefdoms vanish. Others are absorbed. Violence spreads not as isolated events, but as a chain reaction, rippling across the landscape. For those who survive, the world is no longer predictable. It is dangerous. Mushweshwe watches as stories of destruction reach his people. Villages burned, herds taken, families broken apart. The scale of the crisis is unlike anything before it. This is no longer a world of controlled raids and local competition. This is collapse. And then, the storm arrives at his doorstep. Forces stronger than his own descend upon his community. His people are attacked. Cattle are seized. The settlement is overrun. For the first time, Mushweshwe faces not a raid, but annihilation. He retreats, not in defeat, but in calculation.
Re ke ke ra phutholoha mona. Re tla tlameha ho tsamaya hape. Na re tla tswela pele ho matha. Ke tlameletswe ke ho matha.
O re thuse morena wa ka. Ba tlile o re timetsa. Mpolele. Ke eng se tlisang batho bana kaofela moo? Ba hlasetse metse wa rona. Ba ntshitse dikgomo kaofela.
Go siame. Re hloka tshireletso ya hao.
Mona thabeng ya buthabuthe. Re tla sireletsuwa. O shajwale. Meka hoe kala. Re lokile.